Hello, good morning, everybody.
Good
I,
morning, ma'am.
Vinita, good morning. I, Vinita Nair, on the behalf of Faculty of Computer Applications and IT, M.Sc program, welcome you all to the webinar series on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Hope you all are sound and safe at home, and you all are enjoying our webinar series on various topics which we conducted in previous weeks. As I mentioned that today we are having a webinar on artificial intelligence and machine learning. In this webinar series, today we have two resource persons. So let me take this opportunity to introduce both the resource persons. We are having Professor Dinesh Kalal, having more than 8 years of experience, and his expertise is in Python and machine learning. And we have Professor Jenny Kasudia, having 5 years of experience, and her expertise area is networking and artificial intelligence. Now, I would like to invite Professor Jenny Kasudia to begin the webinar series on artificial intelligence and machine learning. Thank you all.
Thank you so much, Vinita ma'am, for the lovely introduction. Good morning, everyone. I welcome you all to this webinar. Uh, we are here for learning what artificial intelligence and machine learning exactly is. Right? I'll be starting with the screen sharing. I hope the screen is visible to you. Fine. Now, we are here to understand what exactly artificial intelligence and machine learning is. Now, there is a buzz across the entire globe that this thing would be AI based, or machine learning is being used over here. Everywhere now you see that it is AI based, AI based, AI based. What exactly is AI? It's very important for us to understand this, right? So we'll be studying what artificial intelligence and machine learning is. Now this webinar will be a theory concepts plus the practical implementation, right? Now the practical portion section will be covered by Professor Dinesh Kalal, right? Now let us start with the AI and let me start with briefing you how and what exactly AI and machine learning is. Now before going to artificial intelligence, let us remove the artificial part and focus on what is intelligence. Can anyone tell me what do you mean by intelligence? Anyone? Nobody? You use this term often, quite frequently, right? That person is very intelligent. She is very good at this. It is very this is a very good thing that machine is intelligent or AI based, right? But what do you mean by the term intelligence? Intelligence exactly kya hai? That is the first thing we should know, right? Can anyone tell me intelligence? Are we intelligent? Is it? Okay, so there is Krishna. Krishna is saying that maybe certain algorithm that knows behavior. Krishna, let's not go into the technical terms, but in general terms, intelligence का मतलब क्या है? आपको कैसे लगता है कि ये person intelligent है? Yeah, this is intelligence. There is Anil Kumar. He's saying that having or showing the ability to easily learn or understand things or to deal with new or difficult situations. Okay. Anirudh is saying ability to comprehend and interact. Okay, fine. That's good. The ability to acquire and apply knowledge and skills. Yes, that is whatever the definitions that you give is exactly what is intelligence. That is the ability to acquire and apply. The ability to acquire and apply knowledge, right? आप क्या कर रहे हो? आप facts acquire कर रहे हो, you are gathering, you are listening you are learning something, right? Learning mechanism कैसे हो रहा है आपके अंदर, right? तो आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप facts gather कर रहे हो, you are listening or reading something or watching a video, doing any activity, right? That involves learning mechanism, right? आप क्या कर रहे हो, आप gather कर रहे हो कुछ information, right? Then what you are doing is in your brain you are processing it, right? That process will lead to some conclusion, some decision making, some results, and that you are applying it the next time when you encounter the similar situation, right? And that is what exactly is meant by intelligence, right? Whenever consider a normal simple example, you walking across the road, across the street, right? There is a hole, or you fall off due to the due to improper road, or there is some obstacle in between, right? You fall off, right? Now the next time you go, you make sure that if there is any obstacle, you take care that you move from the other side. So that is what is intelligence. You faced a situation, you experienced something, right? You fell off, and from that you are learning that the next time you experience such a thing, what decision you should use. You should not walk away directly, right? Because the next time if you do the same thing, you will definitely fall off, right? You may get hurt, right? So what you do is you take another way, right? You took another route. You try to improve, right? How you are improving? You are improvising on your decisions, right? So that is intelligence, right? Now in the slide you are able to see the various types of intelligence, right? There is an image which shows various types of intelligence. Now see, all these types of intelligence are possessed by human being. I'll just discuss this. First one, that is musical intelligence. What do you mean by musical intelligence? Are we musically intelligent? Yes, everyone, each one of us is musically intelligent. कैसे musically intelligent है? We are able to hear different types of sound. We are able to differentiate between the noise of one person to the other, between the sound, right? We are able to differentiate whether the person is speaking loudly or he is speaking very low, right? So that is musical intelligence, right? We are able to differentiate. We are able to differentiate from the voice, from their tone, whether the person is happy, he's sad, right? So that is musical intelligence, right? The next type of intelligence is logical or mathematical intelligence, quantifying things, deriving hypothesis, or concluding something. Now if I'm saying that pigeon flies, parrot flies, right, crow flies, which means what? That you will conclude that all the birds fly. So that is the ability to conclude something, right? We are able enough that if given a few statements, we are able to conclude something, right? We are able to derive a conclusion, right? So that is a type of intelligence, right? That is logical and mathematical intelligence, which is possessed by human beings, right? Then the next is existential intelligence, right? Now this type of intelligence, it basically deals with why we live life, right? What are the goals? What do we want to achieve? Right? That is the goal of our life. Why are we living? What can make us happy? Right? All this fall under the category of existential intelligence. Various other types of intelligence you can see on the in this image. Then there is interpersonal intelligence, that is based on whenever you meet a person, right? Meeting a person, you will get a feeling whether that person from the other person, that whether he is happy, sad, right, or he feels good meeting you, right? So that is interpersonal. When you meet a person, you greet him, you may hug him or have a handshake, right? That gives you, sometimes you meet a person, you get a positive feeling, right? Sometimes you meet a person, you get a negative feeling. So that is intelligence, right? That is possessed by every one of us, right? Then is bodily kinesthetic, right? That is again another type of intelligence. अब bodily kinesthetic क्या है? तो whenever you are walking, right, walking, right, so you know the movement of your hands and legs will go in coordination, how the hands and legs will go in coordination. Whenever consider that I am currently speaking, right, the movement of my hands and the words, right, they will go in coordination, right? So that is bodily kinesthetic, and that is a type of intelligence, right, which is possessed by everyone. Fine. Then is linguistic intelligence, to identify what word to use. If I want to express my happiness, what I should use, which words I should use, right? So that is very important. That is meant by linguistic intelligence, right? And then after we have interpersonal and spatial intelligence. Interpersonal is regarding the relationships, regarding what you want in life, right? what are your desires, what are your abilities, what are your weaknesses, strength, right? That each and every person can easily identify, right? Then is spatial intelligence. Now see, this is very important. Spatial intelligence is identifying the nearby world, right? We are when we are in a garden, we know the surroundings, right? When you are somewhere else, right, where you are in a hilly area, nearby a river, right, nearby a lake, right, inside your house, you know the outside world, right? Plus you are able to visualize things in 2D as well as in 3D, how it may look, right? 3D you may map it with the coordinate system, right? So these all types of intelligence that we just discussed, we can go more details into it, right? But we are keeping it short, right? All these types of intelligence, right, they all are possessed by each and every living being on this earth. I'm talking about living being, I'm talking about human being, right? Now each and every human being has been God gifted, has been blessed with this type of intelligence, right? So that is what exactly is meant by intelligence. And with all these types of intelligence, we are able to acquire and apply knowledge, right? Knowledge, we are able to make decisions, we are able to reason out, right? That is how intelligence is God gifted to us, right? I just hope you are clear with what is intelligence, everyone. See, because before going to artificial intelligence, intelligence क्या है वो समझना बहुत जरूरी है. Fine. So I think anyone is having any queries till now? If you would like to raise the question. All right. Anyone else? Maharshi is fine with the things. Fine. Okay.
No, ma'am.
All right. Fine. So we'll continue further. So now that is what is intelligence, right? Now can you tell what is artificial intelligence? आप लोग ने तो ये टर्म बहुत सुना है, उसके एग्जांपल्स शायद पॉसिबली देखे हो या समझे हो कि क्या है आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस. तो कैन एनीवन टेल मी? एनीवन? Nobody?
Ma'am,
Machine. Yes.
artificial intelligence is computer science, sometimes called machine learning.
Okay, you are saying that artificial intelligence is sometimes called machine learning.
Machine intelligence, ma'am.
Okay, you are saying it is machine intelligence. Okay, fine.
Intelligence.
Okay, then anyone else?
Intelligent display by humans and animals. Intelligent display by humans and animals. That is
You
a
are saying intelligence displayed by humans and animals. Okay. So
that
do animals
called
have intelligence?
no, ma'am.
Okay, so they
मैम
do not
ह्यूमन
display
नहीं मैम ह्यूमन थिंग्स मैम जैसे कि अपने तरीके से अपने तो बोला ना यदि रोबोट से बोलना है कि भाई आप
Okay.
इंग्लिश बोलो तो वो इंग्लिश ही बोलना चाहिए वैसे.
Okay, fine. So that you are saying it as intelligence. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good effort, Parsh. Thank you. Anyone else who would like to add up? Okay. So Krishna and Anil have mentioned what exactly they feel artificial intelligence is. That is, Krishna is saying that machines behave like human. Okay. Very good, Krishna. And Anil is saying that the simulation of human intelligence processes by machines, especially computer systems. Fine. The whatever definitions you are giving is exactly what is artificial intelligence. But in simple terms, to make you understand what is artificial intelligence, I can remember a movie, right? I'll just show you the image. This is the movie. I think everyone has seen this.
Yes, ma'am.
So, what exactly has been shown in this movie? Can anyone tell me? Nobody? Obviously, we can talk about movie, right? In a webinar? Yes or no? Artificial intelligence or intelligence की definition सब लोग दे रहे. You don't know the story of this movie? Yeah?
Yes, ma'am.
What exactly has been shown in this movie called Robot? कोई बता सकता है? Have you seen this movie? No one? किसी ने मूवी नहीं देखा है? Okay, we have Nisha. She's saying that robot has been designed by this professor, right? This professor's name is Vasikaran,
Oh, yes,
right?
ma'am.
Right. He has made an effort, and his goal was to design a robot, right? Now this robot, what he was doing is the Vasikaran was trying to make a robot which can behave exactly like human being. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
The way human walks, the way human feels, the way human expresses, right? The way each and every human being does things, right? The way he responds, right? All
Yes,
these
ma'am.
things he tried to imbibe in this robot, right? The robot's name is Chitti, right? I think everyone has at least watched this movie, right? So this robot called Chitti, right? What things he was able to do? Can you tell me 2 to 3 things which Chitti was able to do? Okay, Krishna, don't go into the technical terms. I'm just asking you कि can you tell me कि आपने अगर movie देखा है तो you must be knowing कि this robot called Chitti, right? He did so many things, right? Can you tell me 2 or 3 things which are very specific, which you could just remember right now? Oh, Jamin is saying that he knows how to cheat, right, in exams. Okay, that's good, Jamin. Nothing else you could remember? Okay, reading, listening, and many other
Right.
activities, daily human activities like cooking, driving, that. Okay, all these things were done by this robot called Chitti very, very efficiently, right? So that is exactly what you mean by artificial intelligence. Professor Vasikaran, right? What he was trying to do is he was trying to make a robot who could behave, who could speak, who could sing, dance, do all the activities which a normal human being does, right? So that was Chitti, right? The best example I can currently give you of artificial intelligence, right? But do you think this is the domain of artificial intelligence has gone too far that such a robot exist? ऐसा रियल लाइफ में पॉसिबल है?
Yes, ma'am.
रियल लाइफ में पॉसिबल है? Do you think the field has reached such a level that such a robot is possible? Anyone has developed? Anyone having idea? Okay, Anil is saying that there is a robot called Sophia. Yes, yes, definitely there is a robot called Sophia, but the Sophia is a robot, right, which is specific to so for socializing, right? It has been developed for social activities, right? That is talking to others, talking to each and everyone she meets and expressing her feelings, right? So that is specific to socializing, right? Now any other thing which you could has any robot like Chitti been developed? Anyone who has come across a robot which is similar to Chitti and which has been developed?
No.
Okay. Okay. So now, see, definitely the computer science field, right, will in near future, right, around you can say around 50 to 100 years, right, it will definitely be able to develop such a robot. But currently, we do not have such robots, right? We have robots, but specific to a particular type of intelligence, जो हमने थोड़ी देर पहले बात की, right? कि म्यूजिकल इंटेलिजेंस है, बॉडीली काइनेस्थेटिक है, राइट? ऑल दिस टाइप्स ऑफ इंटेलिजेंस. बट अभी जो हम लोग करंटली आर्टिफिशियल इंटेलिजेंस का जो डोमेन है, राइट, इट इज करंटली focusing on only a particular type of intelligence, right? For example, the Anil gave said that Sophia is a robot which has been developed. Yes, currently Sophia is a robot which has been developed, but that is a social robot, right? It is used, the social robot is for communication or meeting everyone and expressing her feelings, right? There are many other robots which have been developed, right, but only specific to a particular activity, right? For example, there are robots that have been developed to go into to go deep into the forest and find out important information, right? So that is only specific to the forest activities, right? No such robot similar to Chitty has really been developed till now, right? Definitely the field will progress and we will soon be having such robots, right, which would behave similar to human beings. But right now I have a very good example for you, right, that will tell you what how far we have gone with AI, how far the industry has gone with AI. I have a video with me, right? I'll just share the video with you. See, this is the most famous AI based bed, right, which is known as bright bed, right? Now the bright bed is a kind of bed, right? What it will do is it will understand or it will learn the human sleeping patterns, right, and accordingly it will provide the comfort level. Just have a look at this video. Now see, this bed, what it will do is it will understand the sleeping patterns of the person sleeping, right? And slowly and gradually it will provide or increase the comfort level, right? It sometimes you think too much, or when you sleep you are you feel you are not when you wake up you are not fresh enough, you are not energetic enough, right? So all this comfort level is being provided over here in this AI based bed, right? Just we'll continue with the video. See, what it is doing is it is capturing the temperature, body temperature of the person, right? And accordingly it is adjusting the temperature of the bed, right? And whenever the person it when it finds that the person is in the deep sleep, it adjusts the bed accordingly, right? If you are the room lighting and the temperature also gets adjusted if they are connected enough, right? So all these things, if they are connected, then it will also keep the room lighting accordingly. If the person, it is possible that few people like to sleep in complete light, few prefer low light, few do not prefer light at all in the room, right, while sleeping. So this bed, what it will do, it will adjust the room lighting, the temperature of the bed according to the person's liking and disliking, right? So that is an example of AI, right? Slowly and gradually it is learning, it is understanding the requirements of the person, right? And accordingly it is adjusting and giving you the best output, right? So that is an example of AI, and this is how several several artificial intelligence based products are coming up in the market, right? Anyone would like to like to ask anything, any queries?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now we have one more example which will make the concept of AI more and more clearer to you. That is the self-driving car, right? Developed by Google, right? Google has developed a self-driving car. See, this car, right? It is a driverless car, right? Now, this has been developed by Google. There is another entity called Tesla, which also has developed a driverless car. Now, this car has lot many sensors. What these sensors will do, they will identify the nearby surrounding. They will identify the environment, right? So that's why it has been mentioned, perceiving the environment, identifying in which kind of environment the car is currently moving, whether it is in a hilly region, whether it is nearby a lake, whether it is in the city area, right? So that is being identified through lot many sensors. Now these sensors which are a part of this, which are installed in this car, they communicate with each other and identify whether the the environment which they are identifying is correct or not. You'll just see with this example. Now see, now the car has entered into the city area, right? Now you could see the red and the green colored boxes. Now what the car is doing is it is identifying the nearby objects, which objects are nearby, whether it is a pedestrian crossing the road, or there is a barricade in front, or there is a construction site to which it is approaching, or there is heavy vehicle, light vehicle, or cyclist passing by, right? All these objects are identified by this car, right? And accordingly it will make the decisions. If there is a heavy vehicle passing by, right, then it will slow down and let the vehicle pass by. If there is a pedestrian crossing the road, then again it will slow down, right? If it is approaching a crossroad, right, then what it will do is it will slow down and check whether this what whether it should go, whether the signal, if there is a green signal or a red signal, and accordingly it will make the decisions, right? So this is how the car, it is identifying the nearby objects and then after taking the decisions, right? We'll continue with the video. See, the kind of complexity that this car has to consider, right? When such a car is moving around, right? So it has to consider the nearby, the entire surrounding area, right? It is possible that there are different cars moving across with different shapes, sizes, right? People walking around, right? So it has to consider all these things and then make the decision, because you cannot have there is no chance of making a mistake over here, right? One big mistake, then it can lead to loss of life, it can lead to death of a person or an major accident, right? So all these things are taken into consideration, and then this car has been has been available on roads, right? So that is again an example of AI. It does not know everything, but slowly and gradually it is learning, right? The way humans learn, the way humans drive, right? As and when it is moving around, right, it will identify the environment coming, it will identify the surrounding coming in front of it, and slowly, and it will, on the basis of that, it will make the decision the same way as humans do, right? So that is the self-driving car, again a most popular example of AI, right? I just hope that you are clear with the concept of what exactly is AI. Anyone would like to add? I'll ask like to add to this or ask any question.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so can you come up with the other examples which you have seen which are AI based? Yes, chatbot is again an AI based example. Anyone else? Alexa, yes, that is an example of AI, right? Amazon has developed this, right? Okay, Khushi has a query that she wants to know the difference between AI and ML. Okay, fine. Khushi, give me a few minutes. We'll be directly going into that difference, right? Just wait for a few minutes. Okay, Google Assistant, right? Then anything else which you use in day-to-day life which is AI based? Facebook's face recognition system. Yes, Anil, that's a very good example, right? That face recognition system will be soon getting into the details of that as well, right? Yes, Siri is an example of AI. Fine. Google Assistant. Yes, correct. Right. So now you can exactly relate the examples of AI, right? Now it might be clearer to you what exactly is AI. What do you mean by this term AI? Everyone is saying that it should be AI based, AI based, AI based, which means what? That what we are trying to make the machines behave, think, reason, right? And apply their knowledge as the human beings are doing it, right? This is the exact thing which we are trying to make the machines do, and that is exactly the domain of AI, right? Now this is all what is artificial intelligence, right? Now just now Khushi raised a question. You may have heard of the term called machine learning. AI and machine learning, I think they go hand in hand, right? AI is known as machine learning. All these things you might have heard, right? Now, are AI and machine learning the same thing? Is AI and machine learning same? Anyone? AI and machine learning दोनों same चीजें हैं.
No, ma'am.
No,
ML
ma'am.
is the part of AI.
ML is a part
I
of
think.
AI. Okay.
Ah,
Okay. How can you say that ML is a part of AI?
Ma'am, ML is in which we have to learn machine. Means we have to teach machine how to work, how to do things, and AI is the collection of all that thing.
Okay. 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 Now let us know what is exactly the difference between AI and ML. Now see, just now we discussed what is AI, right? AI से आपको पता चला कि it is what the effort is to make the machines behave like human beings, right? So this AI is simply a concept, right? AI is a concept. Now this AI, to implement this AI, we have a domain, we have a field called machine learning, or I can say a branch of AI, right? That is machine learning, which is currently which is currently trending like anything, and which is used to implement the concept of AI, right? AI is simply the concept जिसका implementation हम लोग किससे कर रहे हैं? Using machine learning, right?
yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
AI is a huge domain. There are many branches to it, but currently in this webinar we are currently focusing on machine learning, right? So machine learning is the branch which deals with the implementation of the concept of AI, right? Now machine learning exactly क्या है, right? We'll understand that, but before going to that, I have a small quiz for you, right? I'll show you the image, right? You need to identify the object, right? Fine enough? Shall we start?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll show you the first image. Can you identify this object?
Apple.
Okay, that is apple, right? All of us know that. The next one,
Orange.
that is orange.
Orange.
Fine. Okay, we'll go to the third image.
Grapes.
That's
Grapes.
grapes, right? Now the next image. Can you identify this?
No, ma'am.
No. All right. Okay. So we'll skip this and we'll go to the next image. Right? Can you identify this image? No one? If anyone knows this,
No, ma'am.
no, that is not dates. Okay. So now the last two images, right? This image is a fruit called mangosteen, right? This is one of the rarest fruits, right? And the next image, this is an image of water apple. This fruit is similar to watermelon in taste, right? But I think nobody of us might have ever seen or tasted this kind of a fruit, right? So now, how it was possible for you to identify the first three objects, first three fruits, and not the last one?
Because ma'am, we already had that information that it is called this.
Okay. Now, how you know that? How you identify the picture?
By looking at it, ma'am, we already our
Yes.
parents taught us
Familiar.
that it is called this and it is this.
Yes, exactly. So you identify the shape, right? The color, right? And then after the next time you come across the similar thing, you try to make a decision that whether this is exactly the same fruit or not. Yes or no? You may have, I think, 50 images of apple in your mind. Okay? In this dimension, this dimension, this dimension, this could only be apple, right? This could only be grapes, or this could only be orange, right? So whenever you see that image, you can easily identify the object, right? So that is how you learn. Now I have just now told you that this fruit is mangosteen, right? One of the rarest fruits. So now you know that there is a fruit named mangosteen. If at all the next time you see this image, you may possibly be able to identify that. Yes or no? Right? Same way, the this fruit also. This is water apple, right? The next time I show you this image, you will be able to identify. Yes, this is water apple, right? So this is how we learn. It is possible that in your childhood or the first time you saw apple, people around may have told that this is apple, this is apple, this is apple, it is of red color, this is orange, it is of orange color, right? This is grapes, it will be of green color, or it can be of black color, it is circular in shape, right? So all these things, this information has been fed into you, right? This information is stored in your mind. So right, so these things you know, right? So on the basis of that, you can make a decision. The next time you see the apple, orange, or grapes, or any other fruit, you can decide that this is exactly this fruit, right? So same way, if this type of a learning mechanism, if we could implement it in machines, if machines also start learning the same way, and that exactly what I am trying to call it as machine learning, right? If machines also start learning in the same way, right? Once or twice or thrice, right?
Yes, ma'am.
They will hear or listen to the things, then they can easily identify this the next time they see the same image, right? So that exactly is machine learning. And machine learning, what it is trying to do is, it is trying to implement the concept of artificial intelligence, right? Artificial intelligence, so हमने पढ़ा कि machines human के जैसे machines should behave like humans, right? तो implement कैसे कर रहे? तो for that we have machine learning, right? I hope the concept of machine learning is clear.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you come up with an example of machine learning? Anyone?
Ma'am, face detection.
Yes, face detection is an example of it. Then Alexa, yes. Okay,
Google Assistant.
sorry,
Google Assistant.
Google Assistant. Okay. Anyone else? Okay. The spam and filtering, right? Anil, can you tell us how exactly is it works, and why you are saying that it is an example of ML? Even Nilesh has said that spam filter is an example of machine learning. Can you tell me how exactly you can say that? Nobody? Okay, so depending on the content, right, it will identify that whether the mail is a spam one or not, whether it should go into the spam or it should go to the inbox, right, depending on the content, right? Okay, then any other example? Now I have a few applications of machine learning. The major giants in the industry are using the machine learning to make their softwares or the systems more and more intelligent or AI based, right? All these examples, each one of us has come across. The best one, the simple and the most used is the Google Map. Every now and then we use it, right? Now how Google Map is an example of machine learning, because the entire area, right, all the locations are not given into the database of the Google, right? So what it does is it will store slowly and gradually learn from where the person visits the places, right? If you put on the location, right, आप location on रखोगे तो आप जहाँ पे भी travel कर रहे हो, right, it will capture the data, it is capturing this information, right, and on the basis of that it is updating the map, right? So the more you use it, the more accuracy and the more information you are giving it to the Google Map. Then the example, the Tesla, right, it has developed a driverless car, right? Then you have Netflix. Now how can anyone tell me how Netflix is an example of machine learning? Netflix as well as Amazon. Nobody? You have used this, right? Amazon सबने use किया है, Netflix use किया है. Yes, I could say that the ad recommendation or the movie recommendation, the product recommendation, right? If you have gone to a product, you have viewed the details, you have viewed several of such products, right? For example, you can take a laptop, right? You
Yes,
are
ma'am.
thinking of buying a laptop and you have seen various models of the laptop, or you have gone to a few brands of laptop and you have identified a few things, right? It is then you think that no, I'm not buying it today, I'll think of buying it in the next month or sometime later, right? So what it will do is it knows that you have this in mind, that you are going to buy this machine, this laptop, right? So it will keep on suggesting you that Amazon, it will keep on giving you suggestions. Every now and then you open Amazon, you will get the similar kind of suggestions, right? Even if you open Facebook, right, you will get the similar suggestion. The product that you just viewed in Amazon, you will get a suggestion for that in Facebook as well, right? Same holds for Netflix, the movie recommendation. One or two movies if you watch, right, the next time you open Netflix, or you think of watching another movie, then it will give you a suggestion that these are the movies which you might possibly like, right? So that is recommendation, right? So that is basically an application of machine learning, right? All this Netflix ho ya Amazon ho ya Facebook ho, aap sab use karte hain, right? Then after same holds for Instagram as well. Then we have Apple's iPhone, right? Now somebody just told this example that iPhone has the face recognition feature, right? Now that face recognition, it is based on machine learning, right? Machine learning की वजह से वो face recognize कर पा रहा है. It has the image of a person in different angles, right? On the basis of that, it is identifying that yes, this is exactly the person, and only then it will unlock your phone, right? So that is again an example of machine learning. Same holds for Google Translate. Google Translate, it is used across the globe, right? It helps you to translate from one language to another. If you are writing a statement in one language, it will help you to translate it in another language. It will even provide you the audio, how it is being spoken, right? So that is again an example of machine learning, right? So there are n number of applications, n number of tools that you are using in day to day life, right? Fingerprint also is an example, right? That is that have machine learning, right? So I can say that this field is growing like anything, right? And this is the future, right? Because everywhere you see there is machine learning and AI based things, products being used, right? So that is how this AI and machine learning, right? Or I can say simply AI, right? Which has made a tremendous, which are made complete our life completely different, right? It has taken us into a new world, right? And now I hope you are clear enough with the AI and machine learning. Khushi, are you clear with the things? You know now the difference between AI and machine learning. AI is simply the concept which is implemented through machine learning, right? And machine learning can,
Yes,
I
ma'am.
can call it as a branch of AI. Fine. Now let us see how exactly machine learning works. Right. I'll go to the next slide. Right. Now see. Now I'll not go into the details of this image. Now you could see that there is training data, right? Training data is being used, right? Or what is this training data? आपने जो identify किया कि this is apple, this is grapes, right? Or this is particular fruit, right? तो किसके basis पे? You have an image of an apple in your mind. You have the characteristic of apple, right? All these things is fed into your mind, right? So that is your training data, right? So that training data is given as an input, right? Now, and on the basis of that, the machine learning algorithm will make prediction, will make decisions, right? It will make the predictions on the basis of that and identify the next time it sees an apple or some other fruit, right? And it is possible that the model may fail or it may pass. It may fail or it may succeed, right? If it fails, then what it does, it will store this result, right? Store this result so that this answer was incorrect, and the next time it will identify or it will encounter such a situation, it will improvise the decision making process, right? So that is how machine learning will work, right? And now I'll not go into the details of how the machine learning algorithm is being trained, what is the input model input data, right? Now all these things and the how machine learning is actually being implemented, how it can be used, right? How it can be implemented through programming, right? All these things you will be detailed to you, will be briefed to you by Professor Dinesh Kalal, right? He'll be continuing with the webinar further. But before I hand over the session to Dinesh sir, anyone would like to raise any question or any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay, okay. I'm handing over the session. I'll be here only in case you want to ask anything. I'll be there, right? Dinesh sir, I would like you to continue with the session. Just hold on for a moment. Dinesh sir will be joining in.
Good morning, everyone.
Good
Am
morning,
I
sir.
audible to everyone?
Morning, sir.
Okay.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, need a favor? All the member, please unmute your audio for 10 seconds and say good morning loudly.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
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 Good
Good morning,
morning,
sir.
sir.
Good afternoon.
Very good morning. Very good morning. It gives me some energy. Okay, we are going to demonstrate some practical implementation of machine learning. You have already knows the conceptual thing, what is artificial intelligence and what is machine learning. So at the end of the conceptual thing, you learn that machine learning is depend on the data. So everything machine learn from the data. So where this data comes from? You have already learned run a quiz in which you learn that you identify the bananas, you identify the orange, you identify the apple, but you cannot able to identify the mango teens and uh, water apple because you don't have the data about the water apple and mangosteen. If you have seen these fruits before any time or you have the data for that fruit also, you can reply for you have the some response for that fruit also. So it means if you have some data about anything, you can recognize that element or you can recognize that item. If you don't have that data, you don't recognize that. Okay? So I will join ML with data. Okay? There is a data has a different format. Some data is very simple numerical data, some data they are geographical coordinates, some data may be figures. Okay? Data might be anything. Okay? Digital, it's the era of data. Okay? So from data, there is a new one technology that is called data mining, and ML is very closely related to data mining. Okay? Everybody, you have learned about data mining? Can anybody tell me what is data mining? Any one of you have heard about data mining? Nobody? किसी ने डेटा माइनिंग नहीं सुना है? Okay, data
No,
mining
sir.
is okay. I will explain what is data mining. It just relate to machine learning. How it's relate, I will explain. Data mining is you have a chunks of data, thousands and thousands of amount data. Okay? But this data is not useful until you cannot extract a meaningful information from that. If you have a chunks, lots of data, thousands of data, but if you not identify or do not extract the meaningful information from that, then this data is not useful. To make that data useful, you have to some process and carry out some transactions, and then you have to identify the information from data. So data mining is a technology that find out the information from chunks of data. Okay, so data is the main thing behind the machine learning. So we come to the point from where we get data. Okay, from big companies like Facebook, Google, Amazon, they have don't problem about data because millions and trillions people they daily goes to their website and give some information about them, their liking, their disliking, their purchasing. So they have the lots of data to analyze on that data and reproduce some other information. Okay, for other companies or educational where they get data. Okay, there are lots of libraries. One library is kaggle.com. Okay, I will give you some information about Kaggle. I will share my screen with you so you can. Okay. Is my screen is visible to you?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Kaggle is a place where you can get the machine learning libraries data sets. Okay. One of them data set is Iris data set. about which we are going to experiment today. Uh, Iris dataset is a dataset of a plant. I will tell you what is Iris dataset. Okay, this is the Iris flower dataset. Uh, if you can see that there is some flower on my web page. Okay, this is the Iris setosa, Iris versicolor, Iris virginica. Okay, these are the species of a same flower called Iris. Okay, why take this plant as a dataset for beginners of machine learners? Because you cannot identify this by visualizing like simple apple and orange. This plant look like similar, but they have three different categories. One is setosa, one is versicolor, and one is virginica. So how you differentiate between them, or how machine will differentiate that is it is setosa, it is versicolor, and it is virginica. Okay, so then we need some data about them. So where we find data? So again we have go to the Kaggle and find out the data set about Iris. Okay. So on this Kaggle website you will get the data about Iris species. Okay. You get here from download section, you get the data from there. And what is this data? इस डेटा के अंदर क्या है समझेंगे वापस हम यहाँ पे. ठीक है. So this is your data set. This table shows you the information about the different species of iris flower. There are three different categories. One is setosa, one is versicolor, and third one is you can see that virginica. ठीक है. तो थोड़ा सा इस डेटा सेट के बारे में तुम्हें इंफॉर्मेशन दे देता हूँ कि कैसे कहाँ से आया है ये डेटा सेट. ठीक है. इट्स नॉट ए न्यू डेटा सेट. In 1936, a paper was published by a biologist, Ronald Fisher. He gives he meets some botanical expert and biological expert and find out the characteristics of a particular plant, iris plant, and collect some data. On the basis of that data, a machine can predict that this plant is a setosa, this plant is a versicolor, and this plant is a virginica. Okay. So how we analyze this data? Now data is in our hand. We download it from kaggle.com or any other libraries. We have the data. Then how we analyze this data? So to analyze this data, to manipulate this data, there are certain tools and technologies available. One of them Python. Second one might be R. I am favorable with Python because I have some expertise in Python. So today we are going to demonstrate on iris dataset how to differentiate between setosa, versicolor, and virginica species. Okay. So tool we have there are lots of tools for that programming for machine learning. One tool is called Anaconda. Anaconda is machine learning platform where you get the different libraries. Okay. Anaconda, you have to install Anaconda in your system and all these things. There is another tool which is very fine, provided by Google itself, which is called Google Colab. So I will give you some basics about Google Colab. Okay. This is the Google Colab where you can implement your machine learning algorithms or machine learning programs. Machine learning programs are not like a web application program or mobile application program. There you have to create a project and write 1,000 lines of codes. Machine learning program can be a 10-line program, 20-line program. Their line of coding is not important. There, how you analyze data, how you identify the behavior, characteristics, common nature of data. This is very important for that. Okay. So you will see the GUI of the Colab notebook. Okay. So how to load data into this Google Colab? Okay. Colab is for scientific research or machine learning programmer, Google provide a GPU based notebook. It is a GPU. Anybody knows notebook? What is notebook? Anaconda notebook or Jupyter notebook? Any one of you can unmute and please respond, sir. I know the Jupyter notebook is this.
Yes, yes, sir. I know.
Uh, uh, can you explain in a one line or two line, sir? This is a notebook and this is the purpose of using notebook.
Sir, in Jupyter Notebook, you can show the output of your line in the next. Means you can show the output directly near your code. You don't have to execute all code and see the what is the output, and you can demonstrate code easily and very comfortably if you are showing to anyone.
Okay. Thank you, Vineet. Nice explanation. Notebook is a tool where you can do your machine learning program. It supports various library like sklearn, matplotlib, numpy, pandas. There are lots of tools to analyze data and getting this information from that data. Okay. So first we have to load the iris dataset into our Jupyter notebook. So there is a folder structure in right. You have to load your data in these folders. Okay. So I have already downloaded data from kaggle.com. So I load the data. My data is iris.csv file. Okay. So I load my data into the Colab. Okay. This is the file iris.csv file. Structure आपको मैं दिखा देता हूँ किस तरह का है उसका. This is the structure of iris dataset. There is a ID, sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, and spaces. ठीक है. So before we go to the direct programming of machine learning, we understand what is data structures of this dataset. And first इसी टेबल को हम ट्रेनिंग डेटा बोलते हैं. ठीक है. जहाँ पे हमने लास्ट स्लाइड के अंदर आपने पढ़ा था कंसेप्चुअल, जब आप थ्योरी पढ़ रहे थे मशीन लर्निंग की, कि डेटा सेट मशीन कहाँ से सीखता है, ट्रेनिंग डेटा सेट से सीखता है. तो दिस इज द ट्रेनिंग डेटा सेट. ठीक है. अब यहाँ पे ये जो एक एक रो है वो है एक एक ऑब्जर्वेशन. दिस इज द ऑब्जर्वेशन. टोटल देयर आर 150 ऑब्जर्वेशन. ओके. तो 150 ऑब्जर्वेशन, each category have 50 observation. Like Setosa have 50 observations, then versicolor has 50 observation, and Virginica has 50 observation. It means every species recorded 50 with 50 parameters. Okay. Each column is called its parameter. It's in machine learning terminology, it's also called features of the particular species or particular row. ठीक है. तो ये जो है आपके पास सिपल लेंथ, सिपल विड्थ, पेटल लेंथ एंड पेटल विड्थ, it is the features of that particular species. The last column is very important. Last column give you the output about this column. If your sepal length is 5.1, sepal width is 3.5, petal length is 1.4, petal width is 0.2, then machine consider this plant as a Setosa category. ठीक है. So after 150 observation, machine can identify if these are characteristics. It means sepal length is this, sepal width is this, petal length is this, petal width is this. Then the plant goes to the this category, or this name of species is there. Like you identify the apple as a red color, smooth surface, that's called apple. Orange color, rough surface, that's called orange. So this is the way how the human identify. Then machine how machine identify on the basis of their features. So these are the features of any particular plant, and on the basis of that features, species identified by the computer or by the machine learning models. Okay. Anyone have a doubt about data set? सबको पता चल रहा है data set क्या चीज है?
Yes sir.
ओके. तो डेटा सेट के अंदर एक और टर्मिनोलॉजीज है जिसको मैं कह सकता हूँ कि स्टैटिकली जो लोग मशीन लर्निंग इज नथिंग, इट्स नॉट ए मैजिक. मशीन लर्निंग इज अ मिक्सचर ऑफ प्रोग्रामिंग, योर डेटा सेट, योर स्टैटिक्स और मैथमेटिक्स. इट इज अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ मैथमेटिक्स, स्टैटिक्स विद प्रोग्रामिंग. ठीक है. तो स्टैटिक्स के अंदर जो चीज होती है, ये जो आपको सिपल लेंथ, सिपल विड्थ, पेटल लेंथ, पेटल विड्थ दिखाया जाता है, उसको बोला जाता है इंडिपेंडेंट वेरिएबल. ठीक है. एंड ये जो लास्ट वाला कॉलम है, हमेशा भी किसी भी मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम के अंदर, मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम आर टू टाइप्स, वन इज सुपरवाइज एंड वन इज अनसुपरवाइज. इफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट सुपरवाइज मशीन लर्निंग एल्गोरिथम, तो ये जो लास्ट कॉलम है उसके अंदर क्या चीज है, आउटपुट है आपका, कि अगर इस तरह के इनपुट दिए गए हैं तो आपको आउटपुट में क्या दिखाना है, ये वाला स्पेसिस दिखाना है, ठीक है। तो इसको बोला जाता है लेबल, ठीक है। तो मशीन लर्निंग मॉडल्स के अंदर जो डेटा सेट होगा उसके अंदर दो चीज होंगी। एक तो आपके पास ये जो प्रिडिक्टर है, ठीक है, जिसको फीचर्स बोला जाता है, प्रिडिक्टर बोला जाता है, ठीक है। और साथ में उसको क्या दिया जाता है, एक लेबल दिया जाता है। लेबल इज द आउटपुट, कि आपको इस तरह के प्रिडिक्टर मिले हुए हैं तो आपको आउटपुट में ये जनरेट करना है, ठीक है। अगर आपको इस तरह का डेटा सेट मिला हुआ है, यानी कि सुपरवाइज लर्निंग है, आपके मशीन के अंदर पहले से इतना सारा डेटा फीड है, जो डेटा क्या बता रहा है कि अगर ये फीचर्स या ये प्रिडिक्टर्स हैं तो आपके स्पेसिस की कैटेगरी ये होगी, या आपका जो ऑब्जेक्ट है वो इस नाम का, या उसको आइडेंटिफाई कैसे करना है उसको पता चल रहा है इस डेटा सेट के बेस पे, राइट। तो अब इस डेटा सेट को, आइरिस डेटा सेट को हम लोड कर रहे हैं हमारे नोटबुक जुपिटर के अंदर, गूगल कोलैब के नोटबुक के अंदर, ठीक है। तो हमने यहाँ पे आइरिस डॉट सीएसवी लेके आए, ठीक है। आज के लेक्चर के अंदर यूं मान के चलो कि आपके लिए हेलो वर्ल्ड प्रोग्राम है फॉर डाइव इनटू द मशीन लर्निंग। आप मशीन लर्निंग के अंदर कैसे डाइव करते हो, उसका पहला प्रोग्राम हेलो वर्ल्ड प्रोग्राम, जैसे हर लैंग्वेज में सीखते हैं, पाइथन में, जावा में, सी में, ठीक है। आपको मशीन लर्निंग का पहला प्रोग्राम सीखना है तो ये आप ये समझिए कि आपका फर्स्ट प्रोग्राम है फॉर डाइविंग इनटू द मशीन लर्निंग टेक्नोलॉजीज। So first we import some machine learning libraries for that is useful for manipulating that data. So I will import some libraries. Import NumPy as NP. Import Pandas as PD. Import Matplotlib .pyplot as PLT. Let's talk about the NumPy, Pandas, and Matplotlib. NumPy is like collection of arrays, one-dimensional characters collection of arrays. If you want to communicate with data in a linear form or in an array format, so NumPy is the library that give you the manipulate on that array. Then what is Panda? If you want to or if you have a data in a Excel format or in a row column manners, then Pandas is a library that provide you the some functionality with interact with data that are in row and column format. It may be called as a data frame also. Okay. Third library which we imported is import matplotlib.pyplot as PLT. It is a visualization library or visualization technology. मेरे पास डेटा है और मुझे उसको ग्राफ में दिखाना है, स्कैटर प्लॉट में दिखाना है, बार चार्ट में दिखाना है, हिस्टोग्राम में दिखाना है। तो मैटप्लॉटलिब एक लाइब्रेरीज है जो हमें ये सपोर्ट करेगा ग्राफिकल विजुअलाइजेशन के लिए, ठीक है। क्योंकि इट इज द बेस ऑफ मशीन लर्निंग, कि मशीन लर्निंग कैसे काम करेगा, डेटा पे काम करेगा, डेटा को कैसे इंटरप्रेट करना है, नमपाई और पांडा जैसे टूल हैं उसको कैसे विजुअलाइज करना है, उसके लिए हमारे पास मैटप्लॉट जैसे टूल है, ठीक है। If you want to run this code, just click on run. Okay. If there is no error, it means all the libraries are imported to your notebook. Okay, now load this iris.csv which are in our folder sites in our Jupyter notebook. So I create a variable named dataset and load the data. So to load the data, we use pandas. So pd.readcsv is a function, read CSV, and provide the path of iris.csv into it. Iris dot. Okay. So this file iris.csv, which contain the 150 records, will be converted into the pandas dataset variable. ठीक है, एक वेरिएबल लिया हमने डेटा, किस चीज का है, pandas का एक वेरिएबल है डेटासेट, जिसके अंदर ने लोड कर दिया है हमारा डेटासेट. Now we can manipulate with iris.csv file. If you want to see the data set, what happen? If you run it, it will give the information about our data sort. How many rows, 150. What is the mean of this? 70. Standard deviation 50. Minimum value of minimum value of any column in the data set is 1. 25% of that, 50% of that, and 75. These are the some uh, attribute of your data set. It give you information about your data set which is loaded into the NumPy Jupyter notebook. Okay. Some more information about our data set. We want to check our shape of the data set. Then data set dot shape. Okay, 150 column 6. Then what is 150 column 6? Anybody can tell me? What is a 150? That is the output is dataset dot shape is give me 150 colon 6.
Row and column.
Row and column.
Column.
Yes, right. There is total 150 rows, 50 for each type of species, and there are 6 columns that is called predictors. Okay, so what are the 6 column? ID, petal, sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, and last one is species name. Okay, so some more functions. If you want to extract top 10 rays or top last 10 rows, so there is a function for that also. Dataset dot head functions, and I will pass 5 to the that and control enter. Yeah. So it gives me the top 5 rows of that data set. Okay. If you like to last 10 records, can anybody guess what is the function? If I would like to show last 10 records, what is the function for last 10 records? If there is a head for top 10, then what is the yeah, right, that is tail function which give me the last 10 record. Very nice. Okay. This is the function for last 10 records. So you can identify or you can get the data from your last data set. There is a file iris.csv that have only 150 records, but might be there is a data set for Amazon, might be the data set for Facebook, for Google. There are thousands of lines, and you have to identify some of that. You have to fetch out some of records. So there is a functions available in pandas libraries that can be useful for you to interact with your data set. Some other functions we can see. If you want to classify that on the basis of the categories, so dataset dot print dataset dot group by on the basis of species. What are the species available to you? And you want to find out the count of that species into the size is the functions. There is a error species. Some spelling mistake, typo mistake. Okay, so group by gives you the cumulations of different varieties or different species available in your data set. So we can easily get the information that Iris setosa have 50 records or 50 observation, Versicolor has also 50 observation. Virginica has also 50 observations. Okay. So now come to the some visualization tool. Okay. How we visualize the data. So we come to that some visualization tool and use the matplot library for that. If you want to some graphical visualization of that data, this is the numerical visualization. We identify the top 10 record, we identify the information from that record. Okay, we grouping them these records. If you want to plotting that data into the data to visualize their information, so data set dot plot, or there is a plot name box plot. Okay, so we are writing data set dot plot kind equals to box. Just run that, and we are giving getting a box plot in our Jupyter notebook, Google notebook. What information we can extract from this? Can anybody tell? What is the information you are getting from this box plot? Okay. In our data set, there are 5 field ID, sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. Okay. But it's giving the information about ID, and remaining are smaller values, but ID goes from 1 to 150. As you see in your data set, ID ranges from 1 to 150, but other fields are have values from 1.5, 2.5, 5.5, 6.5. So there are a larger differentiate. Okay? Or if I say that ID is any valuable for predicting species, there is ID is any useful parameter to predict my species? No. इससे कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता कि आईडी 140 है, 150 है या 160 है. ठीक है, तो आईडी से कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ता, तो मुझे आईडी को मेरे डेटा सेट के साथ में इंक्लूड नहीं करना होगा जब मैं विजुअलाइज कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है, तो आई हैव टू रिमूव दैट डेटा दैट इज नॉट इम्पोर्टेंट फॉर टेकिंग डिसीजन मेकिंग और फॉर विजुअलाइजेशन पर्पस. सो we will remove the data set, we remove the that field. So removing that field means delete. What field you want to remove? Data set and ID field. I don't want to include this ID field into my data set because ID cannot affect the categories, or it cannot predict, it cannot be used to predict the species of a particular plant. Okay, I have to write this ID in the single quote. Okay, it's done. Capital I for ID. Okay, so we remove the data set ID field from the data set. This process is called cleaning of your data. Those record or those observation which are not meaningful for analysis or visualization of your data, or removing the data from your data set is called cleaning of your data sets. Okay, so again we plot the diagram again. Data set dot plot kind equal to box. Okay. Now visualize this diagram. You can identify the information from this diagram. What information you can extract from this different box plot? The first box plot gives the sepal length, second sepal width, third petal length, and fourth petal width. Can anybody tell me what you can extract from this GUI or this box plot diagram? Am I audible? Okay, I will explain what is the box plot gives you information. For certain data set or certain calculation, only the mean value is not sufficient to visualize or to take decisions. So box plot give you the brief idea about the data available in particular range. Okay, so we talk about simple length box plot. So there is a the bottom line says that this is the minimum value, upper line says this is the upper values, and this box says that the majority of sepals length ranging between 5 to 6.5. Okay, so in database where your sepal length column, majority of column have value in ranging between 5 to 6.5. Okay, same way sepal width, same way petal length. Here says that this is the minimum value, this is the maximum value, and measure this value from 2 to from 3.1 is ranging maximum values. Okay, some more experiment with box plot. If I write subplots, subplots equals to true. Okay. It segregate your all the figures. It's individual diagram for sepal length, sepal width, petal length, and petal width. On the visualization basis, it identifies these particular categories or particular plant is from Versigona, it's from this category, is from this category. On the basis of this type of visualizations, we can also draw the histogram from that data set. So how to draw the histogram? Just type dataset dot hist and control enter. Okay, we have to pass some parameter into the. Okay. So this without passing the parameter, it gives the all the categories or all the predictors like petal length, petal width, sepal length, and sepal width. So by analyzing this histogram, you can also check in sepal length. These are the data ranging from this range. In sepal width, these are data that ranging is. So these are the visualization technologies. On that base, you will identify or you visualize that you have a chunks of data, or on that data you will identify the properties of that data sets. Okay, anybody getting the tools we are using for data analysis? Any doubt? If you have any questions, sir, why we using visualization or how this data set works? Okay, so these are the basic tools for visualization. You learn what is data set, you learn what is label, what is predictor, what is supervised learning. Supervised learning means if you are providing system beforehand the data and their output, like our data set have 4 predictor and 1 label, which we are given to the system beforehand before examining the system. सो इफ हम डेटा सेट को पहले से सिस्टम के अंदर दे रहे हैं, पूरा डेटा भर के रखा है उस सिस्टम के अंदर, उसके अंदर कुछ प्रिडिक्टर्स हैं और कुछ लेवल्स है जिसके बेसिस पे वो आइडेंटिफाई कर रहा है कि ये चीज अगर आता है जिसका पिटल लेंथ ये है, सिपल विड्थ ये है, सिपल लेंथ ये है, तो उस बेसिस पे वो क्या करेगा, आइडेंटिफाई करेगा कि ये स्पीसीज कौन सी कैटेगरीज के अंदर आ रहा है. ठीक है, in after visualization there is a modeling of that data set. Okay. This is a certain more advanced libraries for modeling. Modeling works on that data set and identify a new element or new plant and interact with that model. ठीक है, अगर आप एक नया प्लांट लेके जाते हो नई कैटेगरी का, ठीक है, उसी कैटेगरी में से स्पीसीज जो अपने पास 3 है उसमें से कोई कैटेगरी लेके उस मशीन के पास जाओगे तो वो क्या करेगा, आपने जो डेटा मॉडल बनाया है उस डेटा सेट के अंदर जाके उसको चेक करेगा, ठीक है, एंड आइडेंटिफाई करने की कोशिश करेगा कि ये कौन सा स्पीसीज है आउट ऑफ द दैट 3 कैटेगरीज. ठीक है, तो फॉर मॉडलिंग देयर आर सर्टेन मोर लाइब्रेरीज लाइक sklearn or any more there advanced libraries for this modeling technologies. There are certain algorithm, linear regression, classification, clustering. For that you need some advanced level of knowledge for machine learning. For today's session it is enough for understanding what is virtualization, visualization of data sets, how we manipulate with data set, how we get the information from data sets. Any doubt till now? Are you able to visualize your information from the data set? If I give a data set to you and I ask you to find out the particular range or find out the particular mode diagram of the data sets, are you able to do that? Because it's all open source. You have a Google Colab, free, you can use it freely. You have the kaggle.com where you can get the data, and there are so many tutorials to do these things. So anyone have any doubt in understanding data sets, why it is important, and understanding manipulation of with different libraries like NumPy, Pandas, and visualization, how we visualize these things in a graph chart, in a bar chart, in a scatter plot, in a histogram plotting. There are some plotting technologies for that. If anyone have any doubt, please ask me. Okay, so there are a lot of courses available for that. In our M.Sc IT program, we are providing a special track for that, that is called data analytics. This is based on machine learning. All the data analytics tools are implemented in the machine learning. There is a special course for R, which is also used for machine learning programming like Python. So data analytics is a field where you can create where you can make your careers. Okay, there are some more subjects like MongoDB, Hadoop, Big Data, R, machine learning, Hives. Okay. So data analytics is a track where you can go and make your career as a data scientist or machine learning analytics. And then other tracks are available, mobile computing, where you can enhance your skills like developing iOS application, Android applications. Okay. Another track which is providing by M.Sc IT program is web programming. Yeah. In web programming, you know that Facebook, Facebook हो गया, Amazon हो गया, they are using the machine learning in background so they can provide a very useful information to their clients. E-commerce is available to M.Sc IT program where you can get the different courses for e-commerce website development like Magento, Python, Odoo Webfront. And there one more course, IoT. This is the word of connectivity of things. So IoT is a track where you can go with the sensors and Arduinos and Raspberry Pi, and there are a lot of things for connecting things with each other and communicating the things. Like one more track is one more subject is available is PGDCA course for non-IT student to come into the IT background. So there is a course for named PGDCA. So I think it is enough for today's session. If anyone have any doubt, can directly contact with us. Any questions till now? Nobody have any questions, so I think everybody is very much known to the or acquire the knowledge of machine learning. So we will finish this session here. Warm thanks to all of you. Best of luck to all of you. Be safe and be sound.